Hi, this is B and J from Sorcery Soap, and today we're going to talk about handmade lotion. And a few years ago, Jay started making handmade lotion, and we had some small releases, and we make it for ourselves. We've been making it for ourselves, and most recently we've got much more focused on it just because, I don't know, we just circled back around and decided that we wanted to make it for our household more often. I think we ran out from your last batch, and then we kind of wanted to make more, and then we got all these cool scents from Midwest Fragrance Oil and Company and Scent Memory, and that's mostly why I encouraged you, but I also ran out of my old lotion. And we thought, well, if we're going to make a bunch of it, or if we're going to make it for our household, we should make it for people that like our scents and like our soaps. So anyway, tell me why you got started, why you thought about it.
Well, the lotion portion of it, it's been an evolution basically of who we are as a sorcery soap. When we first started, before sorcery soap came about, we made a conscious effort to, get chemicals out of our life.
Yeah.
So we started with our food, and then from our food it went into our cleaning supplies and the detergents, and then all of a sudden we looked at our soaps and we're like, oh, that's bad. And then here we are. She started to figure out how to make a soap, a natural type of soap that isn't.
I just started to do the research of it and think about all the things the chemicals that I didn't understand, and I didn't really comprehend how they worked, or how they worked with my system, or how they worked with my body, or any of those things. And I didn't like that. And I thought, how is it so complicated? Why can't we just make it more simple? And every single thing that has ever been pulled from the shelf because it was carcinogenic was first approved by the FDA. So I'm like, I'm not going to trust that anymore. I'm going to trust myself, and I'm going to look into it. And I know I do the research and I really investigate it. Plus, we do boots on the ground, which is, how does it feel for us? I mean, people before us came and had amazing results before corporations. Fewer chemicals on your system and in your system is better, because then the gamble is lower. And because you just don't know what everything's going to do, or even how it mixes together, or any of that stuff. So I have learned to trust you and myself much more than I trust faceless things. Let's put it that way. Faceless things. So, go ahead.
One of the great things about making lotion is I could use essentially the same things that you're using to make soap.
Right.
The only difference between soap and lotion is lye for the soap.
Right.
And in lotion, you have emulsifying wax, and stearic acid, and a preservative, so your lotion doesn't go bad.
Right.
And that's it.
And that's how simple it is. And
6 ingredients to make lotion.
Yep. And they're very easy to approach. I mean, they're not like, if you look at it, it says cocoa butter or coconut oil, you're not like, wow, what is that? You know exactly what it is. Exactly. And you can ingest it on top of it.
Right.
So now the tricky part is to get it where the texture feels like you like it, right? But here's the other part too, is that I think the other thing that came into being for me is I started to have a relationship with the Midwestern Fragrance Oil community and the Scent Memory community, and they both offer very different fragrances, both beautiful and wonderful. But the other piece was they have faces. Like Chris Ten, I'm getting connected to her, and from Scent Memory, and Kenna and Doug from Midwestern Fragrance Oil Company, and I see them as human beings, and I trust them, and I know that they're not going to try and purposely poison me. Like, that's my belief in that situation.
They're real people. They're not like a corporation.
Well, occasionally we go down the road and buy eggs, or we'll buy vegetables, and we have our own Vitry garden. So we're making our own vegetables out of the ground, which is pretty awesome. And my person is my responsibility first, and somewhat yours, and vice versa. But we're grown people. We choose what goes in our mouth. We can choose all these things that go on our body and in our bodies to some greater or lesser degree. I mean, we have to mitigate it because there's lots of factors. But anyway, let's talk about the fragrances and talk about the lotion and all that good stuff.
What does lotion actually do for us?
It softens the top layer of your skin.
Softens the top layer of skin.
Yep, that's all it does. Soap should not soften the top layer of your skin, by the way. Soap is a wash-off product. So when
it might even leave it a little dry.
It might even leave it a little dry. Depends on how hard you scrub and how much how much soap you use and how long you stand under the water. Water has chlorine in it, and water will dry your skin more than soap will. But they're both wash-off products.
Our water doesn't have chlorine in it.
Our water does not have chlorine in it. We're on a well. Yes. So, but that's the whole process. I have a blog post about how soap works.
So when you use natural soap,
yeah,
it collects onto the oils and the dirt particles on your
attaches
skin,
to the oils, like the sebum that oils on your skin. Yep.
And then if you took a washcloth, you could exfoliate skin a little bit.
Well, yes, you could exfoliate, because exfoliation is only removing some of the flaking layers of the top layer of your skin anyway. So it gets to a softer layer of skin, just like if you were to take a callus off and then it's softer underneath there. That's kind of the world we're moving into, is to have relationships with people who don't lie to you. That don't lie to you. I mean, I say honestly only because it means it's such a big concept. You know, your words match your actions, right? So basically what I'm doing is I'm making a bunch of friends and I'm saying, I'm going to make lotion for you because maybe you're too busy or you don't want to learn. And I pick some fragrances and I want to share it with you, right? That's essentially what I'm doing, and that I'm building relationships with people.
Right, and we're not going to put poison on your skin or inside your body or anything like that.
We're the guinea pigs. We'll happily test it all 1,000,000 times before we share it. And this is what we use. This is what we are. So we're not sponsored by anybody, just so you know. Like, nobody's in our pocket, or we're not in anybody else's pocket. We have relationships with people, and I have a relationship with myself and with you. And people that comment or leave comments on our channels or whatever, I try to always respond to them as sincerely and genuinely as I can, unless you're mean. If you're mean, I just ignore you. I don't know everything, but I'll do my best to understand and help you and, point you in a healthy direction, or in a sort of balanced direction, because that's our whole point, is to be balanced. Like, not too much focus on too many things. Let's move on to the scent part, because that's my favorite part. So the fragrances that we use too are phthalate free. Phthalates are supposed to be bad for you. I don't know anything about that really. I just know, well, it says phthalate free and they're not supposed to be good for you. Less is better. So that's the rule of thumb. Less is better. And as you can tell, we're not fancy people, but we like fancy scents.
Yes. And I like to make a luxurious lotion for us.
Right, that's true. You do. And coming from a man's point of view, like, this was a whole new realm for you. Like
when I make soap dough.
Yeah.
I handled all the oils. And one of the reasons why I selected this formulation, put it together, is because I like the way that oil feels in my hands.
I did not know that.
Yeah, when I prep the oils, I'll touch it and rub it in my hands before I put my gloves on.
So,
because it just feels so good. But
yeah.
I like the way how I came about. We bought a lot of exotic type oils.
Oh, that's right, walnut oil and expensive jojoba.
All these exotic oils, and I was like, "Ooh, it's going to make this really cool, exotic, natural lotions." And then when it came down to it, cocoa butter and coconut oil.
Some vitamin E oil.
And some vitamin E oil, sometimes, depending on the recipe.
Avocado and sweet almond oil. But apricot kernel.
I like the way the cocoa and the coconut mixed together feels on my skin in this type of climate. Now, when it gets cold...
Why'd you say that so loud?
I don't know. I was just talking and it just came out loud. But when it gets cold, it's like a different formula that I like on my skin.
Well, not as heavy. Heavier, but not as light. But we're not in that dry of a climate. But they get super dry when I do a lot of soap work, and so I just put lotion on all day long. And I don't want a lotion that I have to work really hard to get in. My fingers are greasy. I want to put it on and be able to touch my mouse. Okay, so this is what little bit I got. And this is called, we call it Angel's Realm, but it's called Angel's Share, Killian's Angel Share on Scent Memory.
Yes.
And so we tested some of these with some of our friends, not the lotion itself, but we have given it a lot away, but we've tested the fragrances, and this is the one overwhelmingly that our couple friends picked. We have 2 friends.
We have more than that, actually.
Yeah, but that they picked, and I can't stop using it. That's why I have such a little bit of it. It's really lovely. So, there, done. It's not sticky. And anyway, and then we have, so Scent Memory has, it's called Lazy Sunday, Lazy.
Lazy Sunday morning.
But Jay was saying it, and I thought he said Lady Sunday. Oh, that's so lovely.
And Lady Sunday kind of like sticks with the aroma of that.
Yeah.
The smell of that fragrance is like
a tick floral, but lots of cotton.
Very, very proper lady.
Did I just get on my nose?
That smells like a
proper lady, like a royal lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And so that's going to be coming on. That's on the. And what is this? FB. I don't know.
French bakery.
Oh, French bakery. Okay.
This is my favorite. I can't.
Oh.
La Bougerie.
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
It's from Scent Memory.
Oh, so this is the other one that was really
right,
because one of our friends very specifically was like really in love with that.
Yeah, this is when I put this French bakery scent on my skin, it changes. And
yeah, it smells different.
It smells so good.
So the other thing I wanted to point out too is like that I didn't know this until I knew this a long time ago, but I didn't realize it. Is that layering scents creates a new scent. So I just put the Angel's Realm and the French Bakery on. Oh, yum. So yum. So, and then the other one that we have.
This French Bakery is just, wait, don't close that one yet.
Oh. Okay.
It is.
It's so nice.
It is such a great fragrance. It is. Wow.
So nice. Okay.
I can't take it. It's liquid.
I know it. Okay, so we have. This is Scent Memory. This is a bigger bottle for me. And then the other one that we have is the Alchemist, which we named after Palo Santo from Midwestern Fragrance Oil Company. So this is about our lotion and what we like. And oh, this is so yummy. So we thought we would give you a little blip into what we're doing about the lotion and why we do the lotion. And if you have any questions, holler at us and we're happy to try and answer them.